Alright, so those videos were actually uploaded by my brother, but because views, we're doing another one. Yay! If you press play, I still have the noodle gun. When you press it, plays a little fart sound, and it gets gradually harder and harder, as in you have less time to click it, and it eventually gets smaller. And if you click the blue, you start losing time. If you press any button on the keyboard, it shows how many you've hit. Oh darn! That only happened because I'm in the editor. So if you see, if I take a long time to hit one, right now the time is very long. And if you're doing it and you mess up, quicker the more I hit it. So I'm gonna teach you how to make one of these. Yay! So we're gonna make 3 sprites. Alright, so get 3 ready. Alright, so one's gonna be the thing that you're gonna wanna click, alright? It's gonna be all the code is gonna be inside this one. So it'll just be the background. That way when you click it, it'll make a it'll slow down your time. So like, you know, on the last one, if you ever mess up. Let's make it red. This color combination is actual fire. Alright, just look on the right and make sure you have it all, because we aren't going to be changing too many of the size settings for this because it can break. In the third sprite, you're going to want the gun, alright? I call this one the cookie gun. It's pretty good, not going to lie. So yeah, that's that. The first thing you want to do is get all the variables in check that we're going to want to need. So first we're going to delete the original variable. You're going to click make a variable, and then you're going to type in timer right here. So this will check the value of the timer. Right, and the second variable we're going to want, it's going to be called press count. Keep track of how harder it gets depending on what your value is. Time for the code. Alright, so now you want these specific settings. Alright, they're right here on screen. It's just resetting everything. You're going to want the whatever you get clicked to go to 0, 0. Want to set the size to a custom amount. Try and make it big, that way it's obvious you gotta click it. You want it to show and go to the front layer. And now for the timer, just put wait 0.1 seconds and change timer by -1 in a forever loop. Display it right now. You'll see it's going down. Alright, one more sprite that I forgot to add would just be one that says game over buddy boy. Now it says game over buddy boy. All you're going to want to put in here is when it's clicked forever. If the timer is less than, see it's pointing to the left. If it's less than 0, then it'll set the press count to 0. And it will show the sprite. You also want to hide it at the start. So before you'll want to put a hide. You might also want to go to sounds. You'll want to record a sound. And just yell into the mic as loud as you can. Just like so. Alright, you'll cut it down. Easy peasy. You just want the yell. Just to intimidate people. See, that works perfectly. Alright. So we'll want to go into sound. Want to start the sound. Recording 1. Because this was our recording. And you'll just want to have this forever loop as well. Actually, no, this should forever loop. So when you mess up, when the timer sets to 0, which it will, it's actually currently doing that. So when the timer sets to 0, you'll hear. We don't want people to have fun with this, alright? We want them to die internally. So this perfectly works. One more thing is you'll want to have this set to the front layer. So this part is very complicated. I'm actually kind of being serious. So now you're going to just want a when the sprite is clicked block. And you're just going to want to go and start sound for whatever you want. Whenever you click it, I don't recommend a giant yell. You can still do it. So you want start sound, then the sound. You want it to go to a random position. Then you want to go and set it to the first default size. Alright, I have 40. My first size was 69. So you choose. Try and make it a lot less than your first size and make your first size really big. You'll also want to go and change your press count by 1. Next, we're going to want a bunch of if-elses. 4 to be exact, and an if. So right now, we're just going to want press count, less than, and then value. Press count, less than, value. Press count, less than, value. Press count, less than, value. And then we're going to want press count greater than value. All right? So for these values, they're just when it gets harder, so you can do whatever you want, except for the last two. All right? The second last one right here, before it's greater than, right, the less than, that one can be whatever. The next one has to be identical to that one, though. I refer to 1 as the set timer 2 value. So the first one, you're going to want 100, or whatever the default value here on the left is. Damn it. So the next one, I think I'm going to do 80. All right, this is extremely boring to edit. So if this gets 500 views, I'll do a part 2. So share this with your friends.